Hi, this is our first session to study organic chemistry. Organic chemistry concerns compounds that contain carbon and hydrogen elements. A scientist called Berzelius suggested that all organic compounds are formed only under the influence of vital forces. These forces only exist inside the living cells of the body. And he called this theory vital force theory, until a scientist called Wöhler performed an experiment which was considered to be the beginning of the end of the vital force theory for Berzelius. Why? Because Wöhler was able to prepare urea. All of us know urea is an organic compound which formed inside with the urine. He could prepare this compound by evaporating another inorganic compound which is called ammonium cyanate solution. By evaporating this compound, we could prepare urea. How to do this? By adding ammonium chloride to silver cyanate. We got silver chloride, which is a white precipitate, and ammonium cyanate. Ammonium cyanate is a liquid filtrate, but silver chloride is a white precipitate. We can separate them by using filtration, by using filter paper. After that, when we heat ammonium cyanate, we will obtain urea, which has the chemical formula NH2CONH2. Since that time, scientists tried to synthesize organic substances in lab. Up till now, we have a great number of organic compounds. They are millions. Our clothes, our food, our textile, our furniture, all these composed of organic materials, and all of them are synthesized. So what is the reason for the large number of organic compounds? The reasons are two. Firstly, carbon atoms can combine with each other or with other atoms by different kinds of bonds, maybe single, double, triple bonds, as shown in this figure. The second reason is the carbon atoms can join together in straight chains or branched chains, maybe homocyclic or heterocyclic chains. Homocyclic are the chains which form a cycle of carbon atoms only, but heterocyclic composed of carbon and another atom rather than carbon inside the cycle. Now we will go to the differences between organic and inorganic compounds. We have to do a practical experiment. We have to get some organic compounds like paraffin wax that we use at home, naphthalene, acetone, ethyl alcohol, which is called ethanol or alcohol. And also we will get inorganic compounds, table salt, copper sulfate, water. Let's compare them concerning the following points. The first is solubility, melting point, boiling point, inflammability, odor, and electrical conductivity. Let's start by the first point. From the very important differences, organic compounds mainly contain carbon, but inorganic compounds may contain carbon plus another atom of other element, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, whatever the element. Organic compounds, if you try to melt them, it will melt easily. It means that they have low melting point and also boiling points. But if you try to melt inorganic compound as sodium chloride, which is called the table salt, you will get very high resistance to melt. It needs high temperature to melt, so it has high melting and boiling points. Why? Because of the kind of bond. The third point, which is the solubility. If you try to dissolve organic material like the wax in carbon tetrachloride or in benzene, it will dissolve. But if you try to put it where? Inside water, water is a polar solvent. It will not dissolve. So organic materials dissolve in organic solvents. As the rule said, like dissolves like. But they are insoluble in polar solvents like water. On the other hand, inorganic compounds insoluble in organic solvents such as carbon tetrachloride (CCl4), but soluble in polar solvents. How to know this? Put a piece of wax in water, it will not dissolve. Put a piece of wax in carbon tetrachloride, it will dissolve. So organic compounds are soluble in organic solvents. On the other hand, if we put table salt in carbon tetrachloride, it will not dissolve. But if we put it, table salt, inside water and stir, it will dissolve easily. The fourth point, which is called inflammability. Inflammable means the ability to burn by igniting it. All organic compounds are inflammable, producing carbon dioxide gas and water vapor, but on the other hand, inorganic compounds are not inflammable. They don't burn. The fifth point, organic compounds have characteristic odor, but inorganic have no characteristic odor. Odor means smell. The sixth point, organic compounds react slowly because the type of bond is covalent. All of us know that covalent compounds break down into molecules. They contain no ions, so they react slow. But inorganic compounds react fast. Why? Because the reaction takes place between ions due to the kind of bond is ionic. The next point is number 7. Organic compounds don't conduct electricity. How to know this? They are considered as non-electrolytes. How to know this? By forming electric circuit containing wax dissolved in carbon tetrachloride and connect it to two electrodes and a battery. Also put a lamp in the circuit. The lamp will not turn on. If you do this with another substance like table salt is an electrolyte. Why? Because it contains ions. So the electric circuit will produce electricity and will conduct electricity, and the lamp will light in case of table salt. Another two properties, which is known as isomerism property and the polymerization property, they are found only in organic compounds and cannot be found in inorganic compounds.